hundreds of thousands of its people, with separatists in Anglophone regions fighting government forces and government-backed militia for several years. Although Nigeria has opened its doors and sheltered some of its refugees, the war has found its way into a border community known as Belegete in Cross River State. If they can attack one community unhindered, what can stop the rebels from attacking another? Welcome to Community Forum. I am Sarah Ayeku. Along the borders of Nigeria are communities sharing almost everything with neighboring Cameroon. Most of these communities are almost unnoticeable on the map, but when you look closely, you discover hundreds of them from Borno, Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, and Cross River states. Belegete community in Cross River State is one of them. Previously, the community enjoyed the perks of being a border community, but tales of horror have since taken over what used to be normal life in the community, affecting trade and other relations. It's now more than 3 months since separatist rebels of the Ambazonia Defense Forces in the southwest and northwest regions of Cameroon invaded Belegete. The community is still shadowed by threats and incessant attacks from the Ambazonians. Tales of horror abound. No one wants to go down the hill. For those who are courageous to go back to the farms, sleeping in the bushes have become the norm. They stay there until they have the strength to go back to the ranch for protection.
Belegete is bordering with the Cameroon and Boki local government. On the 5th of December, the Cameroon separatives, they call themselves Ambazonia, who have been visiting us sometimes in the past. But on this 5th, they entered Nigerian territory with their arms. And with the settlement of Belegete, which is, we practice past settlement. So when they came, it was around 3:15 a.m. They came and entered a certain community we call Elumuso. That is where they started their operation. From there, they started the attack with the youths. And after that, we had a sporadic shooting. They were shooting on air. So the explosions of these guns also send the message to the entire community that something is happening. So when the youth gathered themselves to go do investigation to see what actually happened, that people are shooting like this, they discovered that they were these separatists who came. And when they saw youth, they believed that the youth too equally came to attack them. They started beating them. We called the government to look at our assistance. With the difficulties of no access road, before the army would reach Belegete, these boys had done their worst and left. We only had the news on the 9th that our chief and a few others were killed. Since then, since we had no weapons to defend ourselves, we really had to move from Belegete up the ranch where we are now. Now, we have used all what they gave us because we were thinking the government would just look at the problem and maybe take us back. But because of this no access road, no network, I think government is still preparing to see that we go back. But for now, we are still here. So the suffering is rather increasing.
This is what happened in Belegete. All the houses are burned down. You can look a close look at this house. Houses have been burned down, properties have been destroyed in my own village. That it looks very sad. Feel like crying. We have lost everything. I don't know how.
TVC News obtained these pictures and videos showing burnt houses, schools, and an abandoned community. It wasn't the first time the separatists would visit, but on the 5th of December 2023, they came with guns and machetes.
3 guys came with wounds on their body. What happened? They said those criminals entered. For what? This is Nigeria, this is not Cameroon. They said they entered. And they kidnapped Chief Francis Ogweshi, the Obaru chief. To my greatest surprise again, I saw the whole community appeared. For 3 months now, I've never got rest. I never sleep well.
The attack in December 2023 left at least 2 persons dead. According to locals, some others are still missing. One of those killed is the abducted traditional leader, Chief Francis Ogweshe. Although he has been buried, the community is waiting for the government to help them return to their homes and farmlands.
We did not inside bush. Some of them, children with hungry, with anything, nobody prepared to carry anything where we go chop. We just dey inside bush, we just dey waka for bush. Now we come ranch. As we come ranch now, they come see the population where people they suffer, children they hungry. Now they come help us, give us some food we eat. Even till today, school, they know they go since that time. So the thing what we need now, government will give us. We need to make it open, give us road, and we get banga, we get cocoa. Now all these things, cassava day, all these things they spoil for bush.
After the December 5th and 9th attack, the people decided to fight back by shutting out food vehicles going across the border. That action prompted the rebels to send a threatening message to the community. On the 14th of January, the community received a letter. Part of the letter reads, quote, "We're not at war with you people, but with the government of Cameroon. But you are making things difficult for my population and I, failing to know that range is part of Ambazonia." End quote. This insinuates that they consider some of these communities as Ambazonia territories. The letter carried the seal of the Republic of Ambazonia.
So we wish the government give us a security network. And we need medications equally. That is the most basic thing. Since we came here, our senator sent doctors here to come and take care of us. But we were thinking they will come again.
At least 800 persons in a small town of Belegete in Cross River State are running from the guns and machetes of Cameroonian rebels. But now they are stuck with the extremely cold weather. On Obudu Cattle Ranch, here, a makeshift shelter offers little or no comfort. Outside the makeshift shelter, a fraction of those taking shelter here gather under this tree on the Obudu Ranch, away from the posh resort, most of them clutching their babies, pacifying their children, and waiting for any kind of help. For now, what they need are food, mattresses, blankets, medicals, and a chance to go back to a place they once called home.
This weather here is difficult. From that time till now, 11 people died.
What killed them?
It's the weather, because they have never been experiencing all this weather. It's the weather.
But then they go to the hospital. Is there no hospital?
No money. Where can we get money? The resources all is in the village. They have plenty resources there. So where are they going to go?
This is the only road, access road to Belekete. And as this road is
all this mountain, through this mountain?
Through all this mountain until you get to the forest.
Okay.
So as this access road is here, there is no, it's not motorable, it's not hustleable. It's not okada-level. It's only foot, trekking, want to waste time on the road. And as you are going to cross this river here, the river has no bridge.
So people go across the river?
We go across the river without any form of
no boats,
nothing. Help of a government, either by putting a rope that maybe
a bridge, footbridge.
We are talking about rope. You know, in other community, they were like we used to buy rope on our own. When you tie and when there's heavy rain and there is a flood, the flood will come and carry, because our rivers here are full of stones. Yeah, if you drain in this river, it don't take you up to about 3 minutes, you are off, because it takes you from one stone to another. From here to Belekete is 4 hours trekking.
So if you don't use this road, right, you're trying to create alternative.
We are trying to create alternative route. Immediately after this, the crisis, when the Nigerian army wanted to go to Belekete, it was difficult for them. And you know, for them to go and intercede immediately, it was not there. So now the WCS has agreed that they want
That's
to
the
help
wildlife
us. Wildlife
conservation.
conservation. They have agreed, and they want to help us by giving us a route. So they started by producing or building a bridge. Then now we are looking for a way how we can get a bulldozer, which the community has donated up to about 300,000. That they want to hire a bulldozer that can bulldoze the route. It's very far from there. Even from here to this point here it's a distance. It's more than about 8 miles to that place. So all what we are looking for now is government intervention. It's only government that can bulldoze the road for us.
That has the capacity. The community cannot gather that kind of money.
Cannot. Now a liter of diesel is sold in the ranch here for 1,700 naira.
A liter
A liter.
of diesel.
Why fuel is
1,700.
yes. Why fuel is about 770 naira. Or here in the ranch is 1,000 naira per liter.
Wow, for petrol.
For petrol.
1,000 naira.
1,000 naira for petrol, diesel 1,700. So you can see can the community. Where will the community get the money to go and buy this kind of diesel that can bulldoze this place?
We are told it takes the locals 4 hours to get to Belegete from the ranch in Obudu. The terrain makes it difficult for security personnel to send help when it is needed. Elijah Igunu was one of those who came face to face with the militia's machete.
I was sleeping in the house around at 3 a.m. in the morning when those terrorists came. So some youth went there to ask them why they came to our community with guns. So we went there. When we was asking them, they hold us and beat us. They cut us. They burn our houses. They cut me 3 wounds. Yeah. We were going to ask them why they came in our community with guns. Some of us escaped by running. After they beat us and they asked the community to prepare them something. And from there, I would take escape. So they were busy eating when we went.
They asked the community to prepare food
For them, yes.
So the community prepared food for them?
Yes.
So while they were eating,
We left.
you guys used the opportunity to escape?
Yes.
You go to school while you did Belegete before?
Yes, ma'am. As I write my JS3, I be there to continue SS1, but money no day. So if government go help me, I will continue school. Because they miss school. My classmate don't continue, and me at the house.
So what do you do for us every day?
Nothing.
So how you spend your day? You just sit down for us?
I just sit down for us and I dey miss school.
Caroline Igunu walked for 6 days, hoping and praying she wouldn't lose a pregnancy while running from the terrorists. Although she made it safely to the ranch, her husband is still missing, leaving her to care for 6 children, including her 1-month-old baby. She tells me her baby has been cranky for days, but she can't go to the hospital for a diagnosis to check if she is sick or not.
Yes, we came here. There is no money to go in the hospital to treat my body, so we don't know how to do.
Where you take one the picking?
It is in the Bayat.
You don't go hospital?
No, there's no money. Even husband, she no know where dinner. Even this belly is still the worm. He's crying. I could not sleep.
The nursing mothers are holding on to their sick babies. At the closest health facility, there are no resident doctors or free medicines available. For a large number of those displaced, there is no money to access health care. The little money they can make from the farms around the ranch is spent on food.
We have any sickness in our body. We do not have clothes. We do not have food. We do not have money to eat. We don't have any money to went to hospital. She don't have clothes to wear because of we gone to war, and she's not feeling fine. She's not feeling well because of this weather that we are living. You're not used to this weather. Ma, I'm not giving her anything because I don't have money to take her. To the
Every day, children from the shelter go to school only to be sent back because of PTA levies their parents can't afford.
We were preparing to write the exams and they came. There was no exam. First term exams were not conducted. And since that time till today, there have been no school in Belegete. Nobody will risk his life to be there up till now. And even the children, we brought them up here. We tried to enroll them to some of these nearby schools here. They are there. Now, the teachers are saying that parents should pay money for school fees. Where is the money? Parents are not having the money. So they have their farms, they have their money there. They would have been tapping their produce in the farms to come and sell, but there is no way. That has caused them, giving them poverty. We are still suffering here, waiting when the government will tell us to go back to our communities.
Since December, one of the few persons that have identified with the people is a group known as Who is Who in Northern Cross River. They have embarked on projects aimed at making life less difficult for those displaced from Belegete.
Who is Who Forum of Northern Cross River is a group of individuals from the 5 local government areas of present-day Cross River State, which is Cross River North, Ogoja, Obudu, Yalo, Baliku, and Bekwara. They came together. After hearing about the crisis in Belegete, they felt the need to intervene, and they've been able to visit the IDPs in Belegete 3 times. First, they came with foodstuff, rice, beans, gari, yams, and other foodstuff. Having come to the people, we are appealing to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to please come to the aid of the suffering people of Belegete. If you look at what they are going through, all they need is federal government presence. They have been here for 3 months, from December the 5th till now. They need healthcare, they need Medicare, they need food, they need shelter. We also appeal to His Excellency the Governor of Cross River State, Senator Prince Basio too, to please intervene. The people are suffering. People that were hardworking, people that were used to going to farm, people that are used to seeing their children going to school, people that every market day will go with their stuff and sell and improve on the economy, are now reduced to sitting out, just coming out. Just look at them. This is what they do. They come out and sit there.
Months after the attack on Belegete, no arrests have been made, and the displaced families are getting little or no help from the authorities. The state government insists the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and the State Emergency Management Agency are addressing the issue.
The Belegete community, which is a community that so far has been affected, you know, the state government, we have sent in a team and have gone there to assess the situation. That has been done by the Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs. We understand it is difficult to assess the community because of the road network right there. And the Governor, His Excellency Senator Prince Basio too, has raised this same issue with the CNC. And I am happy to inform that there's going to be a joint operation going on in this community between the Nigeria Armed Forces and that of the Cameroon to ensure that they bring the place back to order, and all those elements that are causing trouble there will be addressed.
Back at the ranch, We're faced with a population cowering in fear, waiting for the government to shield them from the militancy of Ambazonian rebels. In the wake of these attacks are trails of scars, pain, hunger, and loss. Since Victoria's mother was killed in 2021 in Cameroon, life has been difficult for the 21-year-old who has decided to hold on to love since there is no money to go back to school.
I felt so bad because when they shot my mom, since then I've been suffering with my siblings. We barely eat until I met that guy and he took me to his parents in Belekete, and they still chase us out there. This very Ambazona that shot my mom. So now I feel bad because I drop out from school and I don't have anybody to sponsor me in school. And I felt very bad because I want to go to school and there is no one to train me in school. I want to go to school. That is my cry. I never wanted to involve myself in this dating of a thing. But it's because I don't have anybody to take care of me. That is why I started dating to the guy. And I love him. That's why I follow him to his parents. Although he's still a student, he don't have anything yet. I don't want to remain like this. I want to go to school or have something doing for myself. Yes, I will go.
You leave your love behind.
But I'll not go forever. He will understand with me because at times he will advise me to stay, that if God bless him with money, he will sponsor me. But there's no money and he's still managing. And his father is not supporting him in school. It's only his mom, and his mom is just a farmer.
While we were preparing to go to the Belegete community, Destin returned home to meet his father with a bruised face and body.
Who they come and meet them for community. Be there for all of us. Not me alone. Do they beat me? I just from there on nights. But I reach here. I don't do anything. I don't know what I do. They beat me. That my father sent them 3 million before they go leave me. Come inside house. Now that junk come out and that bush for night. Around there before they come. Nobody see me. They did 18 of them. All of them they get Kala.
They get what?
Kala AK.
AK-47?
All of them. Some they own a G3.
Some hold G3?
Some they own bomb action.
Is this the first time they enter on a community?
No be first time.
So anytime when they enter, was it needed to community?
Any boy where they meet and there, do they beat and where? But me, my blood no good. I mean they beat me yesterday. They get target for Kwa, but they want enter Kwa.
Just hearing him speak of the horror he faced with the Ambazonians made us rethink our journey down the hill. Since we had no security personnel with us, we decided to stay back at the Obudu Ranch. The only light shining in the distance is that of a motorcycle. The makeshift shelters are not connected to the power source on the ranch.
Well, where are your children? They all left for the village.
So the pillow is the wood?
Yes.
And then you have this over it. So that's what you use as pillow. So you've been like this for how long?
All upon the period I've been here. This time I've been.
For 3 months.
For 3 months.
Now that it's raining, they have little or no blankets to sleep with at night. They're sleeping on bare floors And you can imagine how they will be feeling now in their respective rooms. And these rooms are not even theirs. They're just managing and squatting around in these rooms just to ensure that they find a place to lay their heads. So that's what all of them, about 800 to 1,000 of them, are going through now. Some of them who went back to the village earlier today are still not back yet. So some say that they might be back in a day or two. With many border communities in Cross River State undergoing attacks as a result of ongoing armed conflict in the southern part of Cameroon, there are fears that if the Nigerian government fails to protect these vulnerable communities, the land and its people may be lost to the separatists.